Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Param Gurudev. He gives some instruction about spiritual life. Amritavani, a nectar of instructions. What do we mean by the phrase? The favorable cultivation of Krishna consciousness. Favorable cultivation of Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada says, our only duty is to cultivate Krishna consciousness. The daughter of Vrishabhanu is most favorable to Krishna. Another name for Vrishabhanu's daughter is Anugula, most favorable or most intimate. The devotees of Sri Radha are all spiritual masters. The Gaudiya Vaishnavas worship Anugula's Krishna. Sri Radha's Krishna. They are more partial to the daughter of Vrishabhanu than to Krishna. Favorable cultivation of Krishna is possible under the favorable guidance of the most favorable devotee of Krishna. We must cultivate this mentality in relation to Krishna alone. But alas, instead of making Krishna the center, node of our household court, we have made ourselves the center. Note, and thus we have become attached materialists. So what do devotees do when they meet danger? Sometimes in order to test us, the Lord places us into difficulty. Those who are real servants of the Lord will not become disturbed in any condition of life. Instead, they will always engage in the Lord's service with body, mind, and speech. Material enjoyment cannot influence such persons, because they are always situated in devotion, service. Such persons know that serving the Lord is their life and soul, their very existence, their only duty. Apart from the Lord's service, everything leads simply towards death or material existence. And then another question is, what is the difference between sadhana bhakti and sadhana kriya? Sadhana kriya, ritualistic, regulative practices, is not performed by the soul, but on the platform of the mind, which is the reflection of the soul. So there's a difference between eternal sadhana bhakti, pure devotional service, and the ritualistic pious activities one performs, sadhana kriya. These ritualistic activities may destroy aversion to Hari under the control of time. And among the activities of sadhana kriya are the limbs of bhakti that, when performed, attempt to destroy anarthas. Anarthas, unwanted things. When anarthas are completely destroyed, pure devotional service, sadhana bhakti, automatically manifests. So all these unwanted things, when they are completely destroyed, pure devotional service, sadhana bhakti, automatically manifests. So sadhana kriya is not effective in terms of the soul, whereas sadhana bhakti is eternally effective in the pure state. The constitutional propensity of the soul is to perform devotional service. Sadhana is meant to help one control the mind. When the mind's material propensities are checked, the soul's propensity can properly manifest. When sadhana bhakti manifests in a soul, that soul gradually surpasses the platform of power and ultimately attains prema. And Prema Bhakti are the progressively matured platforms of sadhana bhakti. Like when a mango goes through the 3 stages of unripeness, half ripeness, to full ripeness, sadhana kriya is something different. Because people don't understand the difference between sadhana bhakti and sadhana kriya. There are various disturbances in the world. Any comments? Any? Question clear? It's important to know sadhana kriya is on the external plane. Sadhana bhakti is eternally effective in the pure state. Is the whole family benefited if a devotee takes part in it? So, Srila Prabhupada says here, 100 generations forward and 100 generations backwards of a family in which a Mahabharata appears are automatically delivered. 14 generations forwards and 14 generations backwards of a family in which Madhyam Adhikari appears are automatically delivered. So 3 generations forwards and 3 generations backwards of a family in which a Kanishta Adhikari appears are delivered. So this is when we are able to become such a Mahabhagavat position, 100 generations forward and backward will be delivered from this material plane. So powerful is. Yes. Is that place a dham where the glorification of Hari takes place? Srila Prabhupada says on this, I cannot think of those places where the devotees of the Lord constantly glorify and discuss Hari Katha as other than a holy place. Such places are expansions of the eternal abode. We should also know that Lord Vishnu exists in the hearts of all living entities and within every atom. Thus, every place is holy when one receives the mercy of his spiritual master. He understands this fact. So why aren't we making progress on the path of worshipping the Lord? How can we make progress? We are busy with external objects and engrossed in the material concept of life. If we want, we need to give up external conception and become introspective. We should become eager to serve the Lord of our heart. But we don't feel that eagerness. How then can we hope to spiritual progress? How is it possible to make spiritual advancement if we are busy enhancing our own happiness and prosperity? How will we become enthusiastic to serve our eternal well-wisher, Guru and Krishna, if we are enthusiastically, busily making our relatives who are simply blunders happy? If we walk towards the west, we cannot expect to arrive in the east. We have explained these things so many times, but still illusion is not destroyed. This means that we are destined to suffer. What can we do? Should a devotee continue to worship the Lord even when the devotee is ill? One should not become detached from serving the Lord when one is not physically well. I will never refrain from engaging in the Lord's service. If I am physically unable to serve, my worship will turn to remembrance of the Lord. Then should one consider a non-devotee guru a devotee, even if he presents himself as such? The spiritual master is an acharya and chanter of the holy name. Those who offend the feet of the holy name cannot be guru. A bona fide spiritual master does not encourage anyone to seek sense gratification, nor does he flatter people. Those interested in material enjoyment do not like the devotees' instructions, because the devotees are interested only in spiritual life. Such persons look for people who speak according to their own taste, and thus they deprive themselves of any real benefit. To consider a non-devotee, a devotee, and non-devotional activities devotional is simply self-deception. Until one is fortunate enough to serve and respect devotees, one will continue to mistake non-devotees for devotees. Can a crow become a peacock simply by wearing peacock feathers? Can a blue fox become a king of animals? How long can cheating remain covered? Truth will certainly prevail. Those who serve Krishna are not weak, but are strong and determined. Service to Krishna is the most important factor. So devotees of Krishna are glorious. Only fortunate person understand this. If out of aversion to the Lord's service, one glorifies himself for his insignificant possessions, wealth, education, beauty, then he will find himself in trouble and remain indifferent to the service of Krishna and his devotees. And anything to say on this? Somebody dares? Is it good to become over-intelligent? Disobeying the spiritual master and desiring fame bring ruination. We should not be proud of our wealth or that we are intelligent. This kind of pride is not helpful to a devotee. Rather, it causes difficulties, because it causes one to transgress the spiritual master's order. Please bless me, so that my heart never runs towards over-intelligence. I apologize to all those to whom I have spoken rudely or harshly, because I consider them my relatives. Instead of understanding my intentions, however, they misunderstood me. That has made me sad. How should an initiated devotee perform the Shraddha ceremony? So we can learn. An initiated devotee who has taken shelter of the holy name should offer oblations of Mahaprasad to his forefathers. On the 11th day after his forefather's death, thereafter should feed the brahmanas with Mahaprasad. This is best done in the mud. Those who are not initiated devotees, who do not chant Hari's holy name, who are unable to tolerate the error-like words of society, can offer oblations to their forefathers according to the prescribed method of the smartas. So smartas are those who are materialistic, who want to go to heaven to enjoy. They should eat only boiled food once a day for a month and wear and wear a lined cloth only. So devotees who chant the holy name, honor Mahaprasad every day, they need not worry about the smartas, prescribed methods. Please rid yourself from the superstition that Vaishnava becomes a ghost after death, and that his Shraddha should be performed with foodstuff that is not first offered to the Lord. The Shastras do not approve of this idea. The arrangements provided in the smarta system are based on one position in society. And the smartas say that perform the Shraddha ceremony according to their systems exempts one from entering the womb of another mother. The Lord's devotees, however, never accept such statements, since the smarta's consideration is opposed to Shastra. The devotees do not accept their process. At the same time, the smartas find the consideration of liberated souls incomprehensible. Then there's also a good question. Is simplicity essential? Simplicity means we have to become sincere. We have to give up the cheating propensity, crookedness, and blaspheming others at all costs. One cannot pass foolishness or crookedness off as sincerity. True sincerity and apparent sincerity, true punctuality and apparent punctuality, none of these are the same. What a devotee sings and what a non-devotee sings are not the same. If one is not engaged in Hari Bhajan 24 hours a day, he will have to bid goodbye to worshipping Hari. Crookedness. Who is crooked? Yeah, he cannot speak clear. He crooked means yes, as you said, it's not straight. It is always speaking according to one cannot pass foolishness or crookedness of as sincerity. So it's foolishness is also another word. Not truthful is also good. So who can understand the devotee's activities? Only those who follow and cultivate the teachings and behavior of the Lord's devotees can understand the activities of devotees, whose characteristics are incomprehensible. Ordinary people never understand a devotee's dealings. Vaishnava characteristics cannot be understood by mundane knowledge. Devotees are often not even recognized by examining their external behavior. If by good fortune we get the opportunity to see a devotee and his or her Vaishnava characteristics with a service attitude, we will be blessed. But to try to measure transcendental objects with our sensual knowledge will only cause us problems. So who is a Brahmana? A Brahmana is one who searches after Brahman. A Brahmana is one who is neither in the bodily concept of life nor a mental speculator. A Brahmana is one who knows the supreme Brahman. So it means his mind is always resting in Brahman. He is not a mental speculator. His mind is turned off. There is no good nor bad. It is only. He is not. His mind is not. He is not following the mind, not hearing. He is beyond. He is either in the bodily concept of life nor a mental speculator. Because if one has understood, this is the first we have to understand the Brahman. The Brahman is one who knows the supreme Brahman, the neutral, but it is beyond our conception, material conception. He is not thinking of tomorrow, of the yesterday, or what can I enjoy, what I have to do. He is beyond. He is not a mental speculator. Is it without wasting more time, one should try to achieve Krishna's mercy. This applies to everyone, child, old man, young man, or woman. There is no guarantee that we will live for any particular amount of time. Life could end at any moment. Therefore we should immediately begin to worship Lord Hari. Some people say, let's enjoy life now and worship Hari at the end of life. This is my house. You will not be able to remember the end of life. But this is not a reasonable idea. Time is life. At every moment our duration of life is being reduced. Time lost can never be regained. Considering this, one should not waste time in pursuits other than Hari Bhajan. One of the Mahajana sings, Jivana sambhapti kale kari vibhajana eke kari griha sukha kakane ekadanahi palavigya jana ideha badan unmukha. Let me enjoy. I will worship the Lord when I am old. A learned person never speaks like this, because he knows that death is inevitable. If we lose the golden opportunity we have at present to worship Lord Hari, we will be forced to suffer the threefold miseries of material existence. We must associate with sadhus to help. Only in the association of saintly persons will we become fortunate enough to understand that worship of Krishna is life's aim. When we finally understand this point, we will give up both material enjoyment and dry renunciation and engage eagerly in His service. Thus we will attain self-realization. When we engage in the Lord's service under the Spiritual Master's guidance, reactions to our will gradually be destroyed, and we will attain perfection. So, is any question or any comments? How can one see?
No, I can see here now who are visiting us and who are coming here. They have some philosophy like this. We have to work and we have
Most of them, they are not thinking they become old. Most of them, they are not thinking that they will die. Everybody thinks, I will live forever. I will not die. Let us enjoy up to the last minute. In a material life. Because you think that pure devotees come here to yeah. They will not. But they're making progress, they try. According to their past activities, they will accept and they will reject also what they don't want to accept. So nobody is conscious of he will die or he will get sick, he will get old. Nobody wants to think about these things because they think I have so many duties to do here. I cannot die now. It will not happen to me now. And if it is far away, these things I was thinking when I was not, and I was in the age of, or younger even than this Kinship. This was my problem my whole life. As a child I started thinking, what they are dying my grandfather died, my grandmother, in very young age, when I was very young. So this made me thinking, how is it, Paul, what is this? I was so whenever there somebody died, there was ceremony there. And I met this in the beginning. One neighbor asked me to help him to put a dead corpse, man, he died at old age, to put it in the, how you call this? Coffin. I said, I cannot, impossible, I cannot. It was shocking for me. And yeah, all these things changed. This will change in even as going to understand these things, then everything will be removed, clear, everything will be understood properly. Then it is just matter. The person is already gone, but the person, we are person, we are soul, he is soul. He is not dead. And I also not, soul is not dying. So, and this I had even as a child, I remember, I never forget. I was not going into school. My parents went somewhere, I don't know where they went. They have to stay in their room in the bed night time. And they were attacking. I was so afraid. Some ghosts attacking me from the cupboard, and they saw them in the bed I was laying. They looking at me. I was so afraid of this, and I thought, this is not imagination, this is reality. I cannot protect myself from this. So, the sensitivity is, I don't know, from the past life. Some can see this, some not. I had many experiences, even in the beginning as a devotee. I could see this. Now, when they were very making, but now when you become devotee, they don't dare to come. So they are different. They are called Brahma Rakshasa. They are fallen brahmanas, and they want to make troubles if someone they understand that he is getting power. They want to make you afraid. Now only the blessings of Lord, of Guru, and the Lord, the devotee is not. They don't They try, but they are not, cannot do anything anymore. This is all these things is materialist, material topics, you know. We have to come to the transcendental plane. There's no such there's not such persons there, not such. There, everybody is our helper, our guru, our always watching. They always save us. We must come to this plane to please Guru and Gauranga, and they will always protect us. Nrsimha Deva Ki Jai, Prahlad Nrsimha Deva Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. Nitai Guru Premanandi Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhyevacha Patitan Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah.